Good morning, everybody. Unless you're over in Asia, then good evening, everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I am having a good day, good start. Lots of things to. I've been recording videos and just getting prepped as we continue to go throughout this week. A lot of things. In fact, we got crowd surfing coming up later today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and looking forward to taking a look at some upcoming Kickstarters. But right now, my weekly playing of a board game app. And so I was just looking for some board game apps and ran across Among the Stars, and I thought, it's been a while since I played Among the Stars, the board game, the card game, drafting. And someone asked, is this better than Fields of Green? It is not. Fields of Green is better, but I like the Among the Stars theme better. Now, I don't know anything about the app. This is the very first time that I've opened it. So we're going to take a look here. And let's jump to it. Here is the Among the Stars. So you see if we can play a campaign, custom game, or tutorial. I think we'll start with a tutorial just to see. We'll do a base game. Welcome, Architect. Your goal is to build a space station. There we go. The quality of your station will be measured in victory points. So that's right. So we all start with a main reactor. We use a card and build the transportation platform. Well, why not? I like this. This is a nice tutorial. That's me. Okay, that's the number of victory points I'll get in the bottom corner. That's how many credits I have to pay. And then there's different kinds of locations. This is an administrative building. That's an effect when I build the card. The strategy game is making good use of these abilities. So this gives me +1 for each transportation platform in the station. Got it. Build a platform. I'll get a victory point as reward for building it, and a victory point from the ability. Each more. It has to be adjacent to a location. Locations are adjacent. If they're placed next to each other diagonally, they're not considered adjacent. There we go. We'll build it there. That's kind of a cool graphic on building. Let's see what my opponents did. The AI is building a restaurant. Man, I wish I had built a restaurant. Once everyone's finished their actions, a new round begins. Pass our cards to each other. I'm liking the graphics of this so far. Pay attention to what cards you're giving your opponents. That's right. Never give your opponents good cards. Okay, I'll build a security station. At the end of the game, this will give me +2 if it has 4 adjacent locations. Okay, pretty simple. Why would I build it there? But all right. It will give me 2. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I already said that. The AI is thinking. That graphic as it builds the station, I'd love to build a smoothie shop. I had essentially a smoothie yesterday for my birthday. We went to Robert Is Here. It's a place here in Homestead. It's a drive-through now. It used to be a farmer's market you get out, but now you just drive through and get different milkshakes. I got a cherry key lime milkshake. Roy had a strawberry key lime. Kenny also had a strawberry key lime. What did Mike get? Mike got I don't remember what he got. Tamarind something? Jason got Mamie, Guanabana. It was fun anyway. They have all these different flavors. And you get like 2 or 3 of them mixed. I recommend 2. That way the flavors don't kill each other. Anyhow, each other player secretly chooses up to 3 to pay and gains that amount in victory points. I want a lot of victory points. What did everyone else do? He also wanted 3 victory points. We all had money, so we figured we'd do so. Oh, you don't need to say sorry. You don't need to say happy birthday. That's not a big deal. Some locations have a cost of energy. It's produced in places like reactors. So this galactic bank, you can see it costs an energy, so I'll build it. A reactor is able to power locations within 2 spaces of it. All right. So I can't build it in no spaces. It shows me that. So I'll build it directly next to the reactor. There's only 1 energy cube left, but I can build more reactors in this game. Alright, it's kind of cool. But we're going to go to the main menu there. That's a pretty quick tutorial. And let's play the campaign game. The New Ways of the Zehetu. The Purge taught us a painful lesson about maintaining balance and harmony. The graphics on that alien are pretty good, actually. Blah, 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 blah. Win the game is my goal. Have 3 locations of the following types at the end of the game. Alright, so they want me, each reactor has 3 energy and I get 12 credits. They want me to build a lot of stuff. Alright. So 3 of each type. Year 1. Alright, so 3 of each. Let's take a look here. I got the Alien Temple. That's +1 for every D location. Alright. +1 for each other station that does not contain a council room. I don't know about that one. No, I'm not going to take that one because the next player can take one. +1 for each D location. I like the Alien Temple a lot. Turret, +1 for each other turret in the station. Okay. +2 if you have 3 more power reactors in the station. I'm going to take the Alien Temple. I'm going to build it. And I'll just build it directly next to there. AI is thinking. He built embassy offices. And he built another backup reactor. Okay. We built a backup reactor. Alrighty, so they're both winning. Before we go any farther, let's see what those things did. You pick another player, you get 1 point, and I got 2. So he picked me. Okay. And then this guy, he built this. Adds 1 to his main reactor and +1 if placed adjacent to the main reactor. Okay, that's kind of cool. Alrighty, let's get back to where I'm at. A docking bay, +1 for each location between the docking bay and the main reactor. It's probably too early to build that. The farthest I could build it away would be 2. +2 if there are 3 or more D locations within 2. +1 for each power reactor in the station. That one I might do. +2 if you place it adjacent to another Cree quarters. Actually, no, I'm going to build this one. And I'm going to hope I draw another crew quarters. Is the Alien Temple a cover for a secret Wooshka bar? I don't know what you're talking about. The art is vaguely Farscape-ish to me. Yeah, it does look a little Farscape-ish. One of the greatest TV series of all time. Alrighty. I'm not going to look at what they built this time. I'm not as concerned with that. So I'm going to save that crew quarters. Let's see what else got. +1 for each adjacent B location. Instant. Well, I don't have any other Bs. +1 for each power reactor in the station. +1 for each adjacent location. Yeah, I think I'm going to build that one. I'm going to build it right there. And I need the I need the energy cube. But I get 2 points for building it. I am losing. Really looking forward to your fort review. Can see anything but positives. I don't know what that means. Do you mean can't see anything but positives? Like I said, there may be some difference of opinions on fort. You'll have to wait and see. Alrighty, council room. I still don't want the council room. Yeah, I think I'm going to build another alien temple. Do I have enough money? I do. I'm going to build it here. Is there much player interaction in this game, says Albert. Yeah, it is, I mean, because you can draft things to stop the other players. Which I'm probably not doing a very good job at here, but... Docking bay. So now I can get a point for a docking bay, but what I think I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to take some money on this one. Yes, I'll get 3 points for building this, but I think I would like to wait. I'm just going to take some money. That gives me 6. And I bet you they're both going to do something similar since, oh no, they're out of money. So they both spent, oh no, he took 3 money too. All right, so our last 2 cards. And, oh, energy, +1 for each power reactor. I don't have any power reactors. But I do need to build, you know what, I'm going to actually, now you know what, I'm going to take credits again. Now that may seem like a bad move, maybe, but I have a lot of money now going into the next round. So I'll be able to buy every card I get. And I'm going to buy some of the biggest cards if I can. Well, they also bought cards, so there you have it. Will fort be all 4 of us? It will be, yes. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. I got a lot of money, so I'll never have to sell a car for money again, probably. +1 for every 3 locations in this station. That's pretty good. +1 for each type in this station. Well, I'm already trying to do that. That's immediate, though. +1 for every adjacent. +2 for each one spent. I don't know if I like that one. No, I don't care for that one. Okay, well, there's 2 restaurants, so I feel like one of those will come back around to me. But this life support, I'm going to build that. I'm going to put it there. So I have 2 blues, 2 greens, and a purple. Remember, my goal is to get 3 of each. All right, let's see what we got here. +1 for each power reactor within 3. Cannot be placed within 3 of the main reactor. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, fighter launch bay. I can't play that one because I don't have another reactor out. Docking bay. I'm going to have to take turret here because even though it's cheap, I need some reds anyway, and I don't want my opponents getting too many of these turrets. As you can see, my point total's way lower than theirs, but I'm hoping that at the end of the game I'll do better. Used to promote this game over 7 Wonders. Is playing the app bringing any desire to play the physical game again? Maybe. You know what? There's a lot of setup in this game compared to many of the other games. garden if there's no M location within 3. +1 if there's no power reactor within 2. That's interesting. There's another turret. I'm probably going to take the turret, actually. There's another yeah, I'm taking that turret. Oh, I don't have any cubes left on the thing. Okay, well, if that's the case, then I think I'm going to take the turret and build a reactor. And I'm going to build the reactor way over there. Because now if I get one of those cards that lets me build it far away from the main reactor, I'm going to get some points from that. That's my goal. Alright, let's see, what did I get? There's the restaurant, which is maybe worth doing. Yep, we're going to play the restaurant. We're going to build the restaurant here next to Alien Temple. And that way, if I get one of those cards that's adjacent, I have a nice spot to drop it in. Still doing pretty low when it comes to cards. Let's see what we got now. +1 for each power reactor. Cannot be placed within 3 of the main reactor. Yeah, that's what we wanted. See, I can put this one way out there. So I'm actually going to place it there. So that's going to give me a good chunk of points, 7 points. I was able to place it far away. And I also have a spot to build one of those things that... I have 2 of those spots if I get something that's +1 for each adjacent spot to it. So I have 2 purples, 2 reds, 2 blues, 2 greens. +1 for each different type of adjacent location. Well, it doesn't really matter where I build it, so I'll build it right there. Okay, so I'm still behind them in points, but I'm coming around. We get more money. Again, I'm feeling pretty confident with money because I spent some in the first turn. All right, let's see what we got. +1 for each different type of adjacent location. Oh, another fighter launch bay. That's another 7 points. +1 for every turret. +1 if there's no M. Yeah, I'm going to build another fighter launch bay. And I'm going to build it here. It's another 7 points. So that feels good. Feels good to get those out there. All right. I probably should be, if I was playing this without playing it live, I'd be slowly checking everything that my opponents did. But as it is, I think it's, I might lose because of that, but there's the +1 for each other station with more M locations than yours. +2 if it's next to another crew quarters, instant effect. I have another crew quarters, right? Yes. So that's what we're buying then. That was cheap and gives me the extra points for being next to my thing. Still behind on points, but again, I feel like I've set my station up in a good way. So I have now 3 blues, 3 purples, 3 reds. I need a 3rd green. Oh, here's a docking bay though. +1 for each location between the docking bay and main reactor. Yeah, come on. I got to take that. I get 1 for building it, and then a bonus of 4 points. So I'm now within striking distance of these guys, but I still need to build another green. Let's take a look at this green. Each player secretly, yeah. I'll build it there. So I've used up all my energy cubes. But I now have 3 of each type, which was the goal. Is there a color I'm not getting any of? Was it? Do I not have any yellows? Let me see. I may not have any yellows. Okay, so I need to start drafting yellows if they come around. I think I'm going to build another reactor. And I'm just going to keep building these reactors way out far. I just realized I have no yellows, so that may be problematic. I got to draft, but then again, getting these fighters that give me those 7 points, that's pretty good. 51. All right, now I'm tied for the lead. All righty, okay, so now I got to draft every yellow card I see. +1 for each adjacent B, +1. Oh, +1 for each power reactor in the station. That's what we're going to build. We're going to build it here. This game is a table hog, as you might guess at this point in time. Okay, so I got one of the yellows I needed. There's no yellows in this one, so I got to keep an eye on that. +2 if you have 3 or more power reactors. I don't. +1 for every adjacent location. And there's another 3. This guy's buying all the yellows. All right, let's hope there's a yellow here. Okay, there's 2 yellows. +1 for each power reactor. +2 if there's 3 or more Ds within 2 spaces. Yeah, well, yeah, that's a good one. Let's build that one. 3 or more. Oh, that's convenient. All right, that actually put me in the lead temporarily, and now I have 2 yellows. So I think there was enough yellows in my opening hand that's going to come back around to me that there will be 1 left. And there we go. And it gives me bonus points for adjacent yellow stations, which was convenient. Okay, I like that. Now I can build whatever I want, so I'm going to try to build the ones +1 for each power reactor within 3, and +2 for each additional one. This one's worth 4 points. So that when I build it, I use my last energy cube, but it gives me bonus points. So I'm up to 70 now. All right, game's almost over at this point. We just have 1 card left. +2 if next to another crew quarters. Well, how convenient. Because I had another crew quarters there. 71 +2 brings me to 73. Well, I like how it says, okay, so I got 73 + 18 at the end of the game for 95. Notice that the second guy there had 24, but I was far enough ahead that I was able to pull off the win. I had 1 money left over, or 1 point for money, 3 for the cubes. So I won the game, and I had at least 3 locations. So I can inspect my station. This is in case you want to see how many points stuff was worth. All right, let's go to the next mission. We got time for another mission. Fortress in space. Okay, we don't care about the story. Win the game, complete the on-budget objective. Each reactor gives 3 energy cubes. Each reactor costs 2 credits, and turrets cost 2 credits and 2 energy cubes. Whew. What's the on-budget objective? I don't know what the on-budget objective is. Have the most money at the end of the game. Alright. Build the most locations without counting power reactors. And build the most first line of defense. Alrighty. Let's see what we got. Choose 2 players. Get a combination of 2 from both. Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't want them to spend that. I'm not going to look at the other ones. I'm taking 1 from each of them. That cost me 3, but then they each give me 1. That seemed a reasonable. That seemed a very reasonable start there. This looks like it includes the expansion stuff. So turrets, +1 for every turret in a station. Wow, this costs 2 energy cubes. You know what though? I think. Well, let me look at what life support station does. No. We're going to build a turret, even though they're expensive. Okay. That was an expensive turret, though. This is certainly a game that rewards you for knowing all the tiles. Sure. A fighter launch bay. We've already seen that. Command center is not a bad one. Wow, it's expensive. I'm going to actually sell one for money. I'm going to start off by getting some money. I think that will give me a slight leg up on these guys, especially since everything's super expensive. I think I'm also going to build a reactor pretty soon, too. It depends what I have. Yeah, I'm going to actually take one of these and I'm going to build another reactor and I'm going to build it a little bit farther away. Reactor's more expensive, but let's get those out there early. You can see they're already both broke and I have 9. And this is good because I'm going to get another turret out. I still have, one guy has 12 points though, so there's that. Well, they got some money now. 7 to 6 to 4. The command center gives me +1 for each A location in the station. Whew. That's kind of expensive. It's not worth any points now. You know, I think I'm going to take credits again. Now, I know that's not great, but again, I feel like getting money at the beginning. All right, here we go. Round 2. Got some new stuff, some more turrets. Each turret I build gives me that many more points. So I think I'm going to keep building them. This will use up my last 2 energy cubes, but that's fine. And then it's going to give me another 4 points. Are the turrets points at the end of the game, I think? Let me look. Yeah, they're end of game, so they're each +1 for each other turret. So I want to build as many turrets as I can while stopping my opponent from building one. So I'm going to build this fighter one, and I'm going to build another reactor. And I'm going to build that reactor here. We're going to try to keep a more compact station. So that way I can build another turret when they come around. Because the more turrets I build, I'm going to whoop up at the end of the game. If these guys don't stop me from doing that, I'm going to play every turret I can. Shield generator. No. That's not a bad one. Let's build this medical facility. It costs 1. And I think the best spot would be there. Then, yeah, that was a good spot to put it. All right. Let's see what I get here. We're going to build another turret. Man, I'm feeling really good about this turret situation because that is 4 turrets, each 4 points at the end of the game. So that's 16 points I'm getting at the end of the game. Now, unfortunately, I drew another turret, but I can't play it. And I'm suspicious. I don't want my opponents to have turrets, and that's not going to come back around to me. So I'm going to build another reactor, and I'm going to build that reactor right there. That's true. So here's the thing about I like the expansions a lot for this game, if you buy the expansions. But the expansions for this game add the cards, and you can only use one set of cards. So you have to like sort out all the cards and say, I'm going to use 3 A sets, 3 B sets. You then mix them all together and play the game. When you're done, you got to sort them all out in sets again if you're going to add in new ones. And it just was a little fiddly, so I think this app may be better for that. I'm actually pretty impressed with this app so far. Shield generator gives me extra points if I build it. I could take credits. There is things for the most money at the end of the game, so I might do that. Keeps me ahead of my opponents. All right, so we're starting round 3. I doubt there's any turrets left in this particular game. Hold. So this is not an actual normal game. I'm just going to keep taking turrets then. This is crazy cool. I'll build another turret. Now they're each worth 5 points. They're building turrets too. So rather than give him a turret, I'm going to actually build another reactor. Because turrets cost 2. My reactor there only had 1. Oh, if I just go all turrets, I wonder if that's a reasonable strategy if I get enough turrets to get. So I didn't get any turrets here, so let's see what we got. +1, boring. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, we can put that next to over there next to those 2 turrets. Gives me a couple extra points. Now notice they are beating me 30-29 to 20. But I'm hoping this turret amazement does well at the end of the game. Please say there's a turret that comes by. Yeah, that's right there. Look at that. So I can build it there. So I'm going to take 1 from there and 1 from there. So now I have 6 turrets, so that's 36 points at the end of the game. Bonus points. I'm feeling really good about that. I doubt I'm going to get that other turret. I doubt it's going to swing around to me. So we're just going to play as if we're, yeah, we're not. Beginning of every year, you get 1 more. There's only 1 year left. Oh, that's not bad. This gives me money for each power in this thing. So I get some money for building that. So that was worth it because I get the money. So I can buy everything on my final turn. Security station, if they have 4 adjacent locations at the end of the game. That's going to be tricky. I'll put 1 there. I don't know if I'll be able to get the other. I have to put 2 locations, but if I have locations, that's where I'm going to build them. All right, so what's the last card I'm getting here? Oh, I got a new one. Okay, I don't see any more turrets. Maybe there isn't any more turrets. If you have 3 or more power reactors, that's +2. +1 for each M location in a station. Well, that's worth it too. I'm going to go with this one. And then I'm going to put it next to my security station over here. Maybe I missed it. Do you have to get the budget objective to win the scenario too, or is it just bonus points? I don't know. But I'm keeping an eye on the money thing. Hopefully that won't be, too bad. I'm gonna try to get that goal. Another turret. Excellent. Yeah. 49 points. Okay, so I don't see any more. So let's see if any turrets are in this final hand. There's not. Okay, so forget turrets. Another war room. That also finishes up the security room. Now I got to watch money because I want to make sure I have the money. So I got the 49 points for the turrets. That's not worth it. That's not worth it. I'm going to actually sell this one for credits. This way I'm ahead of everybody else with money at the end of the game because that one guy does have 12. All right, he spent it, so I'm pretty free to do whatever I want now. Plus 1 for every A. I'm going to build a reactor for my final one. Just in case because I didn't have any cubes left. All right, so let's take a look at my final one here. Good, it needed a cube, 1 for each power grid. That's the only place I can build it. And I did have the most money at the end of the game. Good. Well, yeah, because even if that guy sells his card. Okay, so look at that. So I only got 34, but I got 54 points from bonus things at the end. That doesn't add up right. 49 plus... Oh, maybe it's for each other one. So then it would only be 42 points plus 5 is 52. Okay. Fair enough. But as you can see, lots of bonus points there. I beat him. I did complete the on-budget objective. Now, I'm not going to play another mission here. But I'm going to look at what it is so we can see. Power trouble. Win the game. Build at least 10 locations. Oh, each location costs additional energy. Don't build the most reactors. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, there you go, folks. That's Among the Stars. That's pretty cool. I kind of like when these games take this extra stuff and throw it in. Like you could just play the custom game. And in fact, you know what? Let's go back to that real quick. Let's go back and see how a custom game works. So let's say I want to play a 3-player. I can pick the modules, the races. Lets you pick with the race skills, a unique skill, and objectives. So if I start the game, let's take a look. A new starting player. Does it show me what my special ability is? Once during each year, you may draw 5 unused special locations and then remove 5 special locations in your hand from the game. Oh, let's do it. Let's just do it. Discard special locations. So that's a once per time use. And then the objectives. We saw the objectives. They were introduced in the last one. The races were definitely, I think, added in one of the expansions. Of course, there was the ambassadors, too. Huh. All right. Well, now we're done. All right, I just wanted you to have a chance to look at that. All right, folks. Well, come back around at 2 o'clock for crowd surfing, where we take a look at different projects that are ending on Kickstarter in the board game category, and we'll tell you what we think of them. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching What's Happening on the Dice Tower.